Hey everybody, it's me, Mr.D, Mr.D's Collateral. I haven't made a video in a while, and I make them when I feel like I have something to say. I'm not one to, just make videos to try to get ratings and all this kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't do that. I don't ask for likes or shares or any of that kind of stuff because, you know, um, this could be a slippery slope. This business that some of us are in, talk to you guys about the various things that the government is doing and all this. And when you do a channel and you're talking about this kind of stuff, your channel will start to grow, and then they want to monetize it. And you monetize your site. Next thing you know, you start relying on that money. And then as soon as that money's not there or they threaten to take it away, people start to compromise their morals and what they want to tell the people. So that's why I haven't monetized the site. I don't ask to share any of that kind of stuff because I just do this because I enjoy it for one thing, and I like to tell you guys about what's happening. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about today is I get a lot of people calling and this whole thing about proof again. And when you're dealing in this arena, proof comes from your efforts. There are so many different systems out there. There's, you got what you discharge debt through billing errors, you got private administrative process, you got coupons, you got, all different types of things, and different people tell you how to do different, processes so that you can get your debts discharged. But I guess I want to give you guys an example of how this actually works. I want you to imagine that there's a wall. You guys are in an alley, and there's a big wall. I mean, so you have the buildings on each side, and then at the end of this alley, there's a wall that's about 20, say 15 feet high, but it has about 2 feet of clearance on each side. So if you can squeeze through it. So, but there's a treasure on the other side of that wall. Now, you got the first person walks up to that wall and they look at it and they're like, man, I don't know how to get around that or get over that wall. I can't, because your goal is to get through that wall and get the treasure, whatever it is on the other side. So you look to the side of it and you go, well, I can't squeeze through because I'm a fat ass. So that ain't going to work for me. I can't go over it because I can't jump that high or climb. So what am I going to do? Oh, I remember I have some tools and wood in my truck. I'm gonna go back and get that. I'm gonna build a ladder and I'm gonna climb over that wall. I'm gonna get the ladder, set it up, and I'm gonna make the ladder tall enough where I can get over that wall. And that's that method of getting over the wall. He just showed proof that he can get over that wall. But then another person comes along, doesn't have a truck, and that person is real small, skinny, might be a crackhead. I don't know, I'm just kidding. But that person is looking at the wall. This is number two. They're looking at the wall like, man, I'm not going to be able to get over that. But hey, this got some clearance on each side, about 2 feet, whatever. I think I can squeeze through that. So that person goes over, squeezes through, boom, they get to the other side. And they get to the treasure that they're looking for. So they took that method, So then you get another guy walks up, and they, same thing. They see the wall. And this guy's like, man, shoot, I've been in the gym lifting weights. Boom, like the Hulk. It was the Hulk. Not Hulk Hogan, but that green dude, Hulk. He walks up, boom, he punches the wall, puts a big hole in it, he walks through. That's his method. And what I'm getting at, and that way, when each one of these people get through that wall, they can show proof that it works. But if the skinny person walked up to that wall and hit it, they'd break their hand. So they'll say, well, this doesn't work. This guy, they told me that to do this, hit the wall, and it would, crumble and I can go through. Well, no. So now you don't have the proof to show that it works. But it worked for me, so I have that proof. And that's why I say that proof is based on the individual. So the person that had the ability to climb a ladder, build a ladder, and put it over the wall and get what he needs, that's their proof. You can have a dude with a pole vaulting stick, pole, and he hits that, boom, he goes over the wall. He went that way. He has proof to say this works. but the person that can't pole vault and they have a pole vault stick in their hand, they're going to say, well, this doesn't work. I try to use the stick. I can't get over that wall. And it's because you don't have the technique to do it. And the technique is like synonymous with your knowledge that you get in order to, to move through your process, to make your process work. And so when you guys listen to these different people online, you have to take bits and pieces from everybody and create the system that works for you. Because we're in a slave system, and the people that own this system have us as slaves. And I have never ever seen a slave master say, I'm gonna tell you how you can get away, how you can be free. Or if he does or she does, and they tell you how to be free, they're going to put some hurdles or caveats, something in there that it's going to make it hard for you to do, or impossible, or even change the rules of the game as they go, because that's what they're going to do. So I just want you guys to understand that right now, this is not a quick fix. This is a journey. This is a fight. You're in the trenches now. This has nothing, you have the laws that support you, but they're doing things that are really crooked. Like, for instance, I discharged 4 debts, and all of a sudden now I got some collection agency because my credit report said paid, good standing, paid. It showed that everything was paid and everything was good standing. So now I got a collection agency that is coming after me, wrote me a letter and said, if you don't respond within 30 days, that this debt is going to be for you, you're going to be responsible for this debt. So I sent a letter within 4 days, rebutting that, said I have no contract with you, do not contact me again regarding this, whatever. Even after I did that, that collection agency put that on my credit report. 7 days later, it was on my credit report. So, guys, what I'm saying to you is, if you get into this and you're trying to make something work for you, and you run into obstacles and you give up, you'll never, ever have proof that anything works. And you have to understand what life is about. Life is not, a destination. Life's a journey. And you're going to have ups and downs along the way. And that's what it's about. So if you want to be successful doing this, you cannot fold at your first challenge. And I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I'm here to tell you that there is a rainbow at the end. But you have to be willing to fight to get to that. Because, I'm noticing now that I used to do this in 2005, 7, 8. I mean, way back, I wrote letters. I would just write a letter and my shit would go through. I got rid of my student loans. I said, I'm going to write my own promissory note. Sent that in. They accepted it. And that's because not a lot of people were doing this at the time. But now you have so many people doing this, and everyone's online telling you how to do it, what to do, and what they're doing is alarming. They're ringing the bell to the people that can make the changes, say, whoa, this dude's telling all our secrets. Let's change the rules. Let's make it so this process won't work. But it only works for the people that aren't using templates, people that understand what's really going on. So I'll tell you right now, if you are relying on a template, they rank those things from 0 to 32. And if if they'll see a template, they already know what to do with it. They'll say, this is template number 34. I'm sorry, number 24. That goes in frivolous fighting or whatever. So what I'm trying to get across to you guys is that this is not a walk in the park. It's, if you want to be free, this is what you got to do. You have to make yourself free. And what I really recommend to most people is that, use this as defense. Don't attack them and walk away. The best way to be free is to walk away from it. And I know that's easier said than done, but you can at least get yourself 50, 60% at that point, and to the point where you don't buy so much, you don't spend so much money, because the more they take from you, the more you borrow to be a consumer. And they know that. So stop buying. You don't need all the stuff you're buying. Only buy your needs right now. If you're you have to adjust your life, your thinking, and your situation. You say, look, right now, I don't have the money I used to have, or I have the money, but it's not worth what it used to be worth. Because that's where I am. I mean, we got money. It's just, man, I'm looking at the price of foods and, things like that. It's crazy. So I'm just making adjustments. I'm gonna live on what I need. If there's certain things I like to buy, I buy it once a month. But I don't order like I used to online, anything like that. And so you've got to look at yourself and decide what's going to work for you. All right. And so anyway, I just want to reiterate these different processes like the TDA accounts. That's another one I wanted to tell you guys about. I was thinking about doing that. Then go read the TDA accounts terms and conditions. That's the Treasury Direct account. And they have a paragraph 6 under terms and conditions. Basically, in order to use that account, you give up all your rights with defense. And that includes your domicile, wherever just read it, you'll see. But I looked at it and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna just do it old school like I used to do. I'll write letters and go back and forth. Eventually I'll get what I want. But in the meantime, I'm not gonna sweat over it. All right. So anyway, I don't want to keep you guys, but this is Mr. D, Mr. D's Classroom. Remember, happiness is a choice to choose to be happy, and you are whatever comes after I am. Have a wonderful day.